describe the love and the care that we share as a nation. First, I will describe the beast.
It's a marvelous Monday in the land of the living. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Grenada, Carriacou, PT Martinique, the OECS, and the rest of the world. It is the 16th day of May, 2022. Thank you so very much for starting your Monday, your week, your day off with us here on Classic 105.5, 105.9, Hot 98.5, 98.7, Blossy Bloss, Gary, Mr. Smooth. We on the inside, big and bold. Morning, Gary. I ain't fine at hearing you. 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 I ain't fine at hearing you.
Can you hear me now?
I know I could hear you. No. You're rocking.
Something else.
I had to keep the people entertained. In the meantime, I'm rocking the afro, boy. I'm loving the afro.
Well, you know, the hair stylist went MIA on me, so you know.
No, man. The afro could make it, man.
Yeah, man.
Look at that. A man's hair is longer than a woman's. Your hair longer than mine, boy. Right.
I don't suppose there's anything wrong with that.
I agree because trust me.
We live in a modern society. A lot of people tend to believe all sorts of things.
Yeah. I agree.
They say
I know that I see
man hair shouldn't be longer than a woman own, but you know it
we
is.
In 2022, times have changed.
Yeah.
I know that I see what it's like to not have to go by the hairdresser every month and spend hundreds of dollars.
That is a vibes.
Yeah, I won't be going back to that weave and. It takes $15 to cut my hair once, maybe twice a month, and yeah. Back in the days, I used to be spending $200 to put weave and no man.
Them think can't work.
Them think no working again. Now that I see what it's like. So let's say good morning to all our viewers and listeners joining us on this. We have a lot to talk about. Y'all know the thing heating up. But hold on. Let me take a break. And then we'll come back and get into it.
There's a lot to talk about now. We don't even know where to start.
Tell me about it.
About this sport.
We'll discuss where to start during the break because the thing will get coconious.
Yeah,
It's Good Morning Grenada, Classic 105, Hot 98. Don't move a muscle. We'll be right back.
Let's start the new year on a high, a detox high, because it's detox time again at Nirvana Detox Center, a natural health store. Check out our many detox packages starting from $100 or get 15% off on colonic irrigation therapy. Detoxing can help with liver and blood cleansing, weight loss, constipation, acid reflux, kidney stones, heavy metal removal, gas and bloating, and more. Call or WhatsApp us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. Ask about our delivery options. Visit us now. Bruce Street Mall, store number 1208, or Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. Our opening hours are Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Detox your way to health. These specials ends on March 31st or while stocks last.
Get Rubigas. Get cooking. Rubigas, clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Rubigas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100 pound cylinders. Rubigas LPG, clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Rubigas?
Get Rubis, get going.
Good day, Mr. James. I'm just here looking at Grenlec's new mobile app.
Sounds great. Can I use it to check my bill balance?
Absolutely. Let me show you. Enter your account number and Grenlec access number, and that's it. You can now check your balance, track your usage, receive outage alerts, and get updates from Grenlec in real time. You can even use the app to report a power outage or a fault with a pole or street light. Add as many accounts as you want. Track your business account, apartment rentals, and Granny's account, all in one convenient place.
Thanks, Susan. I'll be telling everyone I know about Grenlec's new app.
The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
At Southern Electrical, you get the best value, quality products, and expert advice. We are the #1 supplier of residential, commercial, and industrial electrical products in Grenada. View our latest arrivals of wall lights for interior and exterior, beautiful chandeliers, pendants, solar motion lights, kitchen appliances such as crispy air fryer ovens, crepe makers, countertop grills, and more. Visit Southern Electrical at Dusty Highway, Grand Down, St. George. We also ship to Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Call or telephone number 444-3042, WhatsApp 405-4993, or browse our website www.segrenada.com.
Life nice, oh yeah, life sweet, oh yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. It is 21 minutes on to 7 o'clock. You're tuned in to Classic 105 Hot 98 Blossy Bloss. Gary, Mr. Smooth. We on the inside, big and bold.
Big and bold.
Yeah, big and bold. All right, let me get right into it because we ain't sticking. We anxious to get to the nitty gritty. But first, y'all know we have to give you the COVID-19 update. As relayed by the Ministry of Health, as of Friday night, there were 1,588 active COVID-19 cases, following the addition of 168 new cases on Friday. There were 795 tests conducted, which means our test positivity rate was 21.1%. There are 8 people currently hospitalized with COVID-19 related symptoms. 5 of them are moderately ill, 3 of them are severely ill. Thankfully, there's no one critically ill. Our total deaths since March 2020 stand at 221. Our total confirmed cases for the past 2 and almost a half years, 16,512. 88,251 COVID-19 vaccine doses have been administered since the program began. We've been in 88,000 for a very long time, but just giving you an update on COVID-19, 1,588 active cases known. Active cases, so please continue to exercise due care and caution. Whatever activities you participate in daily or weekly or on the weekend alone, just please be careful and protect yourselves. You don't want to be among the statistics. We're keeping an eye on COVID-19. Things are happening, but we still need to pay attention to COVID-19. It is still a deadly disease, a deadly virus, and we need to be paying attention. All right. Where are we going to now? Let's go. Yes, so that's the COVID-19 update. Word of the day time. Let's see what's this morning's word of the day. This morning's word of the day is one word, but 2 words? 2 words make up this one word. The word of the day this morning is harkback. Harkback. It's spelled Harkback. Harkback. It is a verb which means to turn back to an earlier topic or circumstance, or to go back to something as an origin or source. Harkback. An example of the use of the word: the sisters' stories hark back to the good old days of their youth. Another example: the diner's interior harks back to the 1950s. The word of the day this morning, harkback, Harkback, a verb which means to turn back to an earlier topic or circumstance, or to go back to something as an origin or source. So that's, I guess that's where we
Sounds
get...
like a little tack back.
That's what I was about to say. That's where tack back come from. We just, as usual,
I'm wondering.
we doing what we want with the people words and probably just change hark to tack.
Yeah. Tack
Okay,
back.
make a tack back. All right,
Make
all right.
a tack back.
Okay. It kind of making sense. I always wondered, maybe that's where the word came from in truth. Anyway,
Quite
see how you
possibly.
can use it in a sentence today. Or sometimes when somebody changes subject and you want to go back, you want to make a hark back. And the
Not a tack
plural,
back. You ain't want to tack back.
you want to tack back. And the plural is not harkbacks, it's harks back.
There
so
you go.
Keep that in mind when you use it in a sentence today. Okay, that's where tack back come from, man. That's the conclusion I came to. That's where tack back come from.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Yep. All right. Thought of the day, Gary?
Thought of the day: a person who feels appreciated would always do more than is expected. a little something for all you supervisors, business owners, managers out there. Go out there and show some appreciation. There is merit. There is, of course, a lot to be gained when your worker or workers feel appreciated.
Amen.
You know what I mean? You want to walk day and night. You don't want to disappoint your boss. I mean,
I like that. All right, let me quickly give you this morning's Did You Know before we get to the riddle. Somebody meet me over the weekend and asked me where I got the riddle from. Good morning. Good morning to you, Miss Alexis. Yeah, not my mommy. A lady with some wicked bakes in netball. All right, let's see. This morning's Did You Know? When you sleep with a snake plant, you can help to purify and clean the air naturally. By placing these plants around you, they emit oxygen at night and can help to improve your quality of sleep. I'm trying to remember the local name that we use for the snake plant. But it's all
snake plant, but that's
the local name we use?
That's how I know it, but there might be a rather indigenous name that I'm not familiar with.
I'm trying. No, I don't think it's an indigenous name. I think it's a name that we call it locally, but no, I just can't remember. Maybe it's snake plant in truth, but it's not coming to my mind. But it's those snake green plants.
They never think that those plants have any sort of benefit outside of botanical, or whatever.
Outside of beautifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, most plants they help us with circulation and oxygen, of course, and help different things that we're not even aware of. Sometimes we just have plants to beautify the house, but not knowing that they're serving more than just that. They're serving various purposes, and the snake plant is one of those plants. I'm trying to describe it for the people on our listening platforms, but a description out of high and stiff and green, that's the only thing.
What's that have you reach right now?
Yes, my brain is not waking up yet, but it'll be woken up by this morning's riddle, I'm sure. Hold on, pen and paper as usual. All right, there we go.
You ready for it, eh?
I'm ready for it. Listen, I was really on my pen and paper in hand, and I got time for me. Let me go.
All right, let me see if I can scroll on down here and get you the riddle, because this morning's riddle, you can win yourself a pack of Sleepy Dappers, the all-natural 100% organic bamboo and cotton fiber. All right. You throw me out when you want to use me, and you take me in when you don't want to use me.
You throw me out.
What or who am I?
You throw me out when you want to use me, and take me in when you don't want to use me.
Correct is right.
Okay, I was going to say garbage, but then you don't take back in garbage. All right, okay, all right. All right, Ollie, think about it. Let's us think about it. And when we come back, we're going to see who our winner is. Remember, to make yourself eligible to win this morning's packet of Sleepy Diaper, you have to send in the correct answer in a voice note accompanied by a picture, and you will be eligible to win yourself a pack of Sleepy Diaper. So head on over to the WhatsApp 435-2041 and give yourself a chance to win a pack of... That is the name of the plant. Mother-in-law tongue.
What?
Mother-in-law tongue. Thank you to our WhatsAppers.
Is there even such a name?
Yes, that's the name I know, mother-in-law tongue. And somebody gave me the name Sensiviera. Lost that. I hope I pronounced it properly. Sensiviera. Yes, mother-in-law tongue. That's the name I know. From my aunts, yes, mother-in-law tongue. Well, thank you very much. 2 people on my WhatsApp. That's the name that I know. Appreciate you. I see, that's why I love my people. Y'all
guys.
Always helping us out. So bless up all yourself. All right, so let's get ready for the morning edition of news. For those of you on radio and those of you on our visual platforms, we're going to bring you the week in review. It's Good Morning Grenada here on Classic 105 Hot 98. Blossy Bloss, Gary, Mr. Smooth, we on the inside. The news is next.
The COVID-19 cases are rising as Carnival nears, but the government says life must continue. Parliamentarians brought the issue front and center during a sitting of the House of Representatives. They presided over the repeal of the Quarantine Act of 2021. The act, which was repealed, has been replaced by the Quarantine COVID-19 Regulations Act of 2022, which was passed in Parliament today. The revocation of the act means that the Minister of Health no longer has the full authority to make changes to COVID-19 regulations without first getting parliamentary approval. The bill was piloted through the House by Minister for Finance Gregory Bowen.
As it stabilized on the 4th day of April 2022, the Governor General has revoked the declaration of the emergency proclaimed on the 11th day of January 2021. It is now expedient that the Quarantine COVID-19 Repeal Regulations 2022 attached hereto as a schedule be confirmed by the House of Representatives to repeal the Quarantine COVID-19 Regulations 2021. Now, therefore, be it resolved that pursuant to the provisions of Section 4, subsection 3 of the Act, that the Quarantine COVID-19 Repeal Regulations 2022 be now confirmed by the House of Representatives.
Tourism Minister Dr. Clarice Modas-Kerwin highlighted the fact that the COVID-19 cases are on the rise. She called on people to take personal responsibility for safeguarding their health.
So there are some changes. The numbers keep going up gradually, but thankfully few hospitalizations, few very seriously ill persons. We have to, as individuals, take full responsibility for our health and do what is necessary.
Health Minister Nicholas Steele notes the concern about the proximity of Carnival in the midst of the increased confirmed and active cases. But in his words, life must go on.
We are on the other side, we truly do hope, of this pandemic. We are, as we have said consistently in the last couple of months, learning to live with COVID. Let me be specific again, Mr. Speaker, learning to live with COVID. Mr. Speaker, we still have to keep our guard up, but we must find that balance, and we continue to find that balance.
During the recent Carnival launch, Culture Minister Yolam Bain-Horsford said that while they are being optimistic, it is essential to pay attention to the global developments with the COVID-19 cases. Whether the show will go on as planned remains to be seen. Some female police officers are saying, "Not so fast, Mr. Commissioner," and they want him to rethink his statement to the effect that junior police officers might be offending parties. An irate message was issued electronically. The scribe claims to have knowledge about sexual offences against female officers, which are not linked to junior officers. GBN's Chrislina John was among journalists who tossed questions at Commissioner Edwin Martin as he addressed the issue at a news conference last week. He did the briefing one day after meeting with female police officers.
Last week's meeting was intended to address complaints of sexual harassment and misconduct female officers say they face from senior officers within the force. A release circulating from what is captioned "Concerned Women Police Officers of the RGPF states," and I quote, "We the female police officers are disappointed big time with the Commissioner of Police, Edwin Martin, for the way in which he is addressing the issues where those at the top pressure us into giving in to their sexual demands. We want the public to know that we are disgusted with the attitude of those in khaki who day after day harassed us. We also want the public to know that we are not satisfied with the meeting he held at the Trade Center. It was just a sham." The press conference last week, the COP never addressed the issue of senior officers harassing us, but focused only on junior officers. Unquote. This is what Commissioner Martin said.
The cases that I've referred to, the cases that persons are suspended for such acts, are junior officers. And I believe that those cases, notwithstanding the claim that the matter is not being addressed in the police force, might be carried by the very said media houses that is saying that the matter is not being addressed. In the engagement with my females yesterday, they did indicate in some way of instances involving senior officers.
The statement added, and I quote, Mr. Martin, we know who is forcing us to hanky-panky with them, and it is not any junior officers. It is those in khaki, unquote. Commissioner Martin last week also announced the formation of a focal point to address the concerns.
I also announced at that meeting the formation of a focal point of 3 senior women. The lone superintendent female, which is the most senior female in the police force, the head of the Special Victims Unit, and our staff officer, all of whom are female. This focal group has been advertised in the meeting for the females as the reference point and the go-to point to report any incident of ongoing issues of harassment or even instances in the past.
The release continued, and I quote, we will not subject ourselves to the fancy of your fake measures you announced. We call on you to agree for an independent investigation, and we all, as police women, want you to know that the public will know of all your senior officers' actions. We will not be concubines for no one. Senior officers must respect police women of the RGPF, not sometimes, but all the time. Unquote. GBN contacted Commissioner Martin about the statement which is in circulation. He told our news desk that he has not seen the release in question and must first do so to respond accordingly. We subsequently contacted the Community Relations Department. We were told that a response cannot be provided at this time. GBN will continue to seek answers. Christina John, GBN News.
It's apparent that the itching leg is becoming sore. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell is apparently ready to relieve the itch by pulling the electoral bell out of his back pocket. There are increasing signs that he's ready to call the elections. This report comes from Cherry and Blackman Stephen.
With back-to-back sittings of Parliament on Friday, what's to come in the midst of a general election cycle?
I'm going to start the ball rolling on Saturday with a major announcement on Saturday in Telescope. So come one and all.
The hints for the upcoming general election keep coming from Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. The latest bell drop notice came from the Grenadian leader during St. Andrew Northwest constituency meeting Wednesday night.
Sisters and brothers, when the bell rings, which is soon, I'm going to tell you this, there would be no time for registration after that. I'm going straight to the thing. Straight to the thing. It's time to put the ink on your finger and put the pen in your hand to put it right behind Delma Thomas and the new National Party's candidate.
The Prime Minister said he understands the mood of the country. His conclusion is that Grenadians are ready to vote.
Finally, sisters and brothers, Saturday would be a big day for St. Andrews Southeast and Southwest. I told you, I understand the mood of the country. People want to vote. I understand this. Sisters and brothers, I told you what is necessary. Make sure everybody get registered. Make sure you do your canvass, have your 1 in 10, everything ready.
Curious eyes and ears will be on Mount Welldale on Friday, as the lower house will sit for a second time this week, with a special sitting carded for 9 a.m. to be followed by the sitting of the upper house at 11 a.m. The lower house already met on Tuesday. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Do more more with your new GUT Credit Union Visa debit card, which gives you access to your cash at any Connex or Visa certified ATMs locally and internationally. Make your payments with a tap of your card using the contactless feature and have the freedom to make purchases locally, online, or overseas whenever you travel, anywhere Visa is accepted. Experience the enhanced security fraud protection through the Visa chip technology. If you don't have your new GUT Credit Union Visa International debit card, speak to any one of our representatives today to do more. Your new GUT Credit Union Visa International debit card, a smarter way to access your cash. More smart, more secure.
Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists presents the Bible Speaks Empowerment Series with international evangelist and motivational speaker, Pastor Marvin Smith. Join us for this life-changing series starting Saturday, 21st of May and continuing nightly at Maribor Seventh-day Adventist Church in St. Andrews. Come experience powerful preaching and practical solution to life's challenges from the Word of God. This dynamic series will also be streamed live at 7 p.m. nightly on Mission Life GND via YouTube and Facebook. Connect with us. It will be pure awesomeness.
Shortage of baby formula in the U.S. has trickled down to stores and supermarkets locally. Shelves have been scarce following a recall of some baby formula and subsequent closing of a supply plant earlier this year.
U.S. retailers, including Target, CVS Health, and Walgreens Boots Alliance, said on Tuesday they have limited purchases of infant formula due to a supply shortage. The limits come after top supplier Abbott Laboratories in February recalled some baby formula made at its plant in Michigan over complaints of bacterial infections in infants who consume the products. Some stores in the U.S. have placed a cap on the products, limiting in-store and online purchases. Grenadians are also feeling the effects of the shortage, as some shelves remain empty for weeks. Brian Sylvester, sales director at independent agencies, the sole distributors of baby formula Enfamil, says the company has been affected by the shortage since March.
Yes, so independent agencies has been affected with the baby formula shortage, namely Enfamil, which is a brand that we distribute locally. Since the end of March, basically we ran out of stock in our warehouse. We have not been able to source from our suppliers in the U.S., and that's mainly because of the supply chain problems that's currently hampering the U.S. economy.
Sylvester says despite promises by the supplier to rectify the problem as soon as possible, he does not foresee securing any new products in the very near future.
So it has created this very acute shortage of infant formula, which has resulted in empty shelves in the U.S. and likewise empty shelves locally. We don't expect to have stock in the very near future, although the supplier has indicated that they're doing everything in their power to have product shipped to us.
One Grenadian in the diaspora has been seeking to find formula for a relative on island due to their inability to find it in Grenada. She says the situation is getting dire as she hunts from state to state.
It has been very difficult finding formula. I've been searching for the particular formula that my niece uses and haven't been able to find it at Target, haven't been able to find it on Amazon. It's out of stock on Walmart. I've gone to so many supermarkets and pharmacies here in New York and New Jersey, and most of them are out of the type that she uses as well. And even the places that we've gone to, like, they've started increasing the prices on them. So what we usually paid for it before, it's now double the price.
Abbott said on Tuesday it was doing everything it can to address the shortage, including prioritizing production of the products and air shipping them from its U.S. drug regulator-approved facility in Ireland.
Tired of changing your baby's clothes? We have the perfect solution. Sleepy Denim Diapers, giving you that fashionable denim look throughout the day with the same soft touch. Look cool, look hip, rock in style with Sleepy Jeans.
Distributed by Sleepy Diapers Grenada Limited, Loafers Lane, St. George, and available at shops and supermarkets island-wide.
Saturday, May 28th, Flavors Entertainment presents Flavors of Calypso and Extempo, featuring Featuring live from Trinidad, the reigning Calypso monarch, Terry Lyons. Also from Trinidad, reigning extempo king, Brian London, as he comes up against Powder and Papa. Presented by and performing live, the big band, Sour Serpent, the ever-threatening Big J, Beast Scholar, Woodsman Kelly, Cox, Smallies, Teacher Eddie, and more. All backed by the Hitwave Band, hosted by Lester. Admission $50 to get your tickets now from all popular ticket locations nationwide. Flavors of Calypso, Saturday, May 28th. Spice Basket, Calypso is back. Sponsors: Playway, Coca-Cola, Dasani Water, Ken Flav Brokerage, First Class Mufflers, Mitchell's Pharmacy, GBN Radio and TV, Innovative Shipping, McIntyre Brothers, Party Shipping, Dickon Mitchell, and Digicel.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
Hey man, when we come online, you only juking up your phone.
Yeah boy, now as I say, they have an app. I can't find it. I check Play Store. I do a Google search. I can't find it. Man, I get fed up, man.
Nah man, because you look in the wrong place. The app is web-based. You access it via your web browser, right? You can add it to your home screen or your desktop, like any regular app. Watch, look, I have it on my phone, right? And you can access it or add it to any device, your computer, your tablet, any device.
Well, how am I doing that and I can't find it?
All you have to do is open your browser, right? And type mobile.nawasa.gd. And voila, you see?
Just so?
Yes, and you can download it or access it via the web. Once you have a reliable internet connection, right, you can run the app anywhere, anytime.
So, how I adding that to my home screen?
You click on those three dots, right, or your web browser setting, and look for the option to install app or add to home screen. Easy peasy. The Nawasa app is versatile, fast-paced, and always up to date because it's web-based. Once a change is made to the app, it updates automatically, no hassle.
Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion.
Most anticipated family fun-filled event on the GBN calendar is back. The Maggie King of the Grill. Join us on June 4th at Montrouge. Be part of the culinary masterpiece as the best grillers on island compete for the coveted title of the Maggie King of the Grill. Think you have what it takes? Be part of the action. June 4th. Book your spot. If not, step away from the grill if you can't handle the heat.
Vaccine safety is always a top priority. Like other vaccines, the COVID-19 vaccines being developed have been through the same trial phases and rigorous process required for all vaccines. Global efforts on the development of the vaccines are built on existing research from previous coronaviruses like MERS and SARS-1. As COVID-19 vaccines are approved for their broad use in the population, be reassured that they will continue to be monitored to identify any adverse events. Your safety is our top priority. Vaccines bring us closer. Choose to get vaccinated.
right, we on the inside. Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada, Classic 105, Hot 98, Blossy Bloss, Gary, Mr. Smooth. We on the inside, big and bold.
Big and bold.
Yes, we are. It's now what? 8 minutes. We'll call it 8 minutes after 7. So those of you who need to get to work at 8, you have less than an hour to get there on time. So you should be out the door already, depending on where you live, because you know traffic could be cocoonious, and then all you had to meet before work start to discuss what happened over the weekend and all kind of things. So speed up. All right, let me go. Speaking of what happened over the weekend, May. Oh gosh.
I think a lot of people was anticipating that.
Yeah. I'm excited. I like election. 1, to vote, and 2, from a media worker.
You attend the rallies?
Not really. I don't really like the. Well, I stay home actually these days to observe, just so that I'll be knowledgeable of what's happening.
I probably would have otherwise gone to the rallies, but once somebody see you at the rallies, because you're getting pinned one time.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you're getting pinned one time.
True that.
Sometimes you're going to the rally just for the lime, or just for
the
information gathering,
Unfortunately, that's how we are. But I say, you know what? If you want to brand me, whichever rally you see me in, so be it. I just ensure that I'm not wearing either color.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, 1, because of my job, I cannot and I should not.
And that's correct.
But other than that, if you want to brand me, so be it. You say what you know. I know what I know. You say what you want to say.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
they're already saying it already.
I like the vibes. 1, as a media worker, and 2, I like to vote. For some reason, I just like to vote.
Well, I hope you register already. Because you only have less than 24 hours.
Not long enough. I've registered. All right,
well,
there we go.
Can we hark back to
Wrong of applause.
Let's hark back to Saturday night, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
Yeah, man. Let's go straight to Master Control. We're gonna talk about the big election date. Wait. The bell was wrong.
Wait. Riddle.
Oh shoot!
That is second time we do that.
Yeah.
Excitement in the dance.
Excitement. That's what it's about. We're so excited to get into the meat of the matter. We forgot all about the riddle. Everything else takes second place in light of politics and election.
Oh, great. That's the second time we're doing that. All right, hold on. Okay, Ollie, let's do the riddle time.
Do we really have to go to the riddle?
Yes, we have to give away a pack of sleepy diapers. So remind us what the riddle is, and let me look for the answers in the meantime.
All right, so the riddle once again: you throw me out when you want to use me, and take me in when you don't want to use me.
All right.
Who am I?
So somebody on Facebook, somebody says fertilizer. Somebody else on Facebook says Christmas tree. And another Facebooker says an anchor. And now let me go to...
Interesting spin on this one.
Interesting spin. I'd like to know how they get that. So now let me go to our WhatsAppers. Who are the people eligible for winning this morning's prize? Somebody on WhatsApp says water. This person says... Oh, okay, hold on, wait. No, that one was for the plant. This person sends a voice note.
It's also called La Pet.
Oh, that's in relation to the plant. Somebody, in addition
what's
to
it called?
La Pet, and somebody else wrote it in as well.
That sounds like a French word.
Yes, it does. It sounds very French.
La Pet. La Pet. La Pet. You don't have to pronounce the La Pet.
Don't bite your tongue, please, Anders. All right, so somebody else on WhatsApp says the answer is an anchor. That's so kind of you. The boys that usually win, Jason, Jared, and Jazzy, they sent in the voice note, but they took it back and they said, we're giving others a chance to win this week. That's very nice of you. Very considerate. They collected their prizes last week, their packets of diapers. So they're giving other people a chance to win this week. Very considerate of you, boys. Mommy and Daddy raising all your right men.
Oh, man.
Let me
Thought
see.
you guys right.
All right, let me see. Somebody else on WhatsApp. I'm looking for more answers on WhatsApp. I don't think somebody on WhatsApp says the answer is an umbrella. Put me
Interesting.
Interesting. All right, I think those are all the answers, but there's no one with a voice note. Let me make sure. Yeah, there's nobody with a voice note this morning, or somebody with a picture, actually. So there are no...
Are they shortchanging us this morning, man?
Yeah, you're shortchanging us this morning, you see? And Justin and them would have win, you know. Justin and them would have win.
All right.
Because they always follow the rules. But they want to give somebody else a chance, but nobody took advantage of it.
Anyone? Maybe we should kind of like relax on the rules.
On the rules? Because there is somebody... Well, if we relax in the rules, it depends on who we're giving.
Well, the first person with the correct answer, thanks to, of course, the brothers who have stepped aside and given way to someone else to win.
So then the next question, somebody with the correct answer on which platform? Any platform?
Well,
that's the next thing.
WhatsApp. Because,
on WhatsApp.
you know, like people on Facebook are mostly aware. Mostly in the diaspora.
Suppose it's somebody here.
Well, okay, fine. Point taken.
So what to do? Okay.
Any platform, whoever answered first.
Okay, so the person who answered first is Ingrid Bourne on Facebook.
So Ingrid go donate that Pampers to some diapers, pardon me.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, to someone whom you might be familiar with here in Grenada. Because I don't think Ingrid is residing
No, I
in
think
Grenada.
I see her address as Brooklyn. Okay, so Ingrid, here's what to do. Ingrid is the very first person that answered correctly. The answer is an anchor. So what we're going to do, Ingrid, just you can reply in the comments and or message either myself or Mr. Smooth on Facebook in our DMs and tell us who you'd like to donate the Pampers to. Give us a name and contact information for the person that can benefit from the packet of Pampers, because they're quite in the US. One, Pampers cheap over there, and two, they're quite over there to mail it. I mean, I ain't go, you know. So just let us know who you'd like to donate it to, and we'll get the Pampers to that person. Right? So just message us or answer in the comments or message myself or Gary in our DMs on Facebook, and we'll get the person the Pampers. So the answer here is you throw me out when you want to use me, and you take me in when you don't want to use me. The answer here is an anchor. So you know when you want to use them, you pelt it out, and when you're ready to sail again, you reel it back in.
Yeah, we had some interesting answers that could be correct as well.
Yeah, the umbrella made me pause. So the person that said umbrella, I think that was a WhatsApper. You throw me out when technically you throw the umbrella in when you want to use it, and when you don't want to use it, take it in.
There's another one though.
Which one? Let me see. Which one? Christmas tree, anchor, fertilizer. I
like that one.
Fertilizer?
Yeah, I like that.
Throw me out and why are you reeling it back in when you don't want to use it?
Oh yeah, true. Okay, scratch that. Nah, never mind. Okay. Anyway, that's it for the riddle for today.
Yes, that's it for the riddle. Let's get now to the juicy stuff. Okay.
So I don't know how many of you were in Telescope on Saturday. Telescope it was, right?
Yes.
Where the NMP held their much anticipated rally, and they all stood and waited in bated breath for the big news. As many would have anticipated, many would have predicted, it was the announcement, the revelation of the day. All Grenadians eligible to vote will be heading to the polls. Today is the final day for you to make sure all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. So if you are not registered to vote, today is... I vexed with Keith for that, you know.
Why?
One day.
All the heads of the... Nah, man. Anybody that is not registered yet.
Who might have been otherwise busy or might have been otherwise procrastinating.
Well, then go make penance in the line then.
You know what I mean?
All the heads of the PM give us. And it's still have people saying catch him off guard.
I know a person who's in that exact predicament right now.
I feel sorry for no one. I'm going to be honest. The Prime Minister has given us enough hints. We all know election coming. The man say get all the ducks in a row. Anybody who say, why only today give me... Nah, man.
Yeah, he did say when the date is announced, he going straight
Straight to the thing, exactly. But let's go to the clip and then we're going to talk some more. Most likely that's going to take up most of our discussions this morning.
Yeah, let's go to the thing right
Let's
now.
go to the clip.
To dissolve the parliament, I have already asked the Governor General to dissolve the parliament on Monday, the 16th, 2022. Monday, May the 16th, 2022. I've also asked the Governor General to issue the writs for the election on Tuesday, May the 17th. In other words, only one day you have to try to register if you ain't registered yet. Nomination day for the candidates for the next election will be Wednesday, June the 1st. The police officers will be voting, sisters and brothers. They'll be voting on Monday, June the 28th. I'm sorry. On June, Thursday, the 23rd of June, we're ready to vote, sisters and brothers. We're ready to vote Thursday, June 23rd. So you know what that means? What that means, if you do the right thing, we fet in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And that was the Prime Minister's announcement on Saturday night of when Grenadians will be going to the polls to elect the new government that will take over the running and the reins of the country. June 23rd. All right. How do you think about the date? That's just about a month away.
Just about a month away.
Yes, just
and I think it was very strategic.
Why would you say so? Well, I mean, yes, but why would you say so?
Because it gives the opponent very little time to mobilize and, get ready. So I think more so it was a strategic move as opposed to a convenient, well, maybe convenient as well, but more so strategic.
True, but I think the opposition parties, not official opposition, but like all other parties, independent candidates, and so I think they had enough time because I think they suspected as much that it was going to be a today for tomorrow kind of vibe.
Yeah, but guess what? Had you made the announcement 3 months in advance, you are now giving the opponent, or should I say the opposition, or the other parties, because we tend to focus on one party.
Right, exactly.
We give the other parties contesting a lot of wiggle room to mobilize, to strategize, and to campaign.
True, but the mobilization campaigning started even before the date was announced on Saturday.
To heighten, man, to step up. You know what I'm saying? To step up. Bring in some artists.
Well, they started that before the date. Look, Benjai was here just the other day.
We ain't talking about NMP.
We're
not talking about NMP.
Right now, I have a list of artists that I want them to bring in. But either way, I feel like anybody who was meeting individuals as well as political parties or independent candidates, anybody who was caught off guard, they ain't ready yet.
I don't know.
Plain talk, bad manners.
Listen, this is the mood of a lot of. Let's go to this next clip. We will come back. This is the mood of the NMP camp and all the NMPites out there right now. This one is making its rounds on social media, and it has become something of a meme right about now. I don't know if you've come across it, Blossom. Have you?
I'm not sure. Let me see what it looks like.
All right. So apparently there is one legit whiner boy and dancer within the NMP camp. And Keith Mitchell should get some serious lessons from this member right now, because he makes me feel like if I need to learn to move.
Listen, the vibe is hot.
Let me tell you something. Run the clip.
Run the clip.
And tell me what all you think.
Grenville. Grenville.
Listen, nice skills and tricks. Listen, the Prime Minister thought he was the dancer boy of the new National Party.
What?
Joke.
Sometimes I see the PM dancing, I wonder if the PM had two left foot.
Leave the man alone. Listen, Bello, this is the St. Patrick. Oh gosh, which side again? I always get confused with the St. Patrick, but he's a St. Patrick caretaker for the new National Party.
Hey, but the man could move.
Listen, since the campaign trail, he dancing. But here now, he's improved, you know. From when he started.
He kind of loosened up a little bit more.
Yeah, like he get lessons somewhere, man. Listen.
Nah, it's like, you know, the waist probably hasn't been moving for quite a while. So over a period of time, you know, you kind of loosen up and thing. Now the oil and thing kind of get lubricated now.
The thing, the thing exciting. I like the vibes. I don't like the melee. I don't like the name calling and the back and forth. That does annoy me. But I like the electricity that election brings and everybody on edge and lost. And then people say,
I think that was the dance he busted when kids say if they win, we partying for 3 days.
Yes, and somebody offering cake and ice cream. Somebody offering cake. Listen, I know that tell the thing sticky. I don't know. The thing good sticky. But we promising fetting Friday, Saturday. I've never voted on a Thursday for election. All my past experiences with elections have been on a Tuesday. So this is the first Thursday.
I've never taken note of the days.
Yes, it's been a Tuesday. It's been Tuesdays for the past, I think, 3 elections that I've voted in. This one gonna give me a little
Master Control. You could just keep playing that clip right through.
Yeah.
While we talk.
Play vibes. Vibes, yeah. Bring up the vibes.
That way you call a whole mood, yeah.
I've seen somebody post on Facebook that they'll vote for him just for the dance.
You understand? The man has some serious waist, boy. And respectable waist now, not lewd waist. Yeah. That's why I call a respectable waist.
Oh, great. But all of the election thing, you know, can we take a little bit of comments from our viewers and listeners? Let me see. Somebody on Facebook, you can call us on as well. Listen, hold on. We're going to be respectful, eh? Don't try to put me and Gary and GBN in Cowbelly Crossway.
Please don't.
Be careful. The cut-off button not too far from a finger. Get all your act together. Have your opinions. Be passionate about your opinions. But you're going to be respectful of everybody involved, including GBN. I'm putting it out there because all it does get us in some problems. Not problems, and some problems. So get all yourself together. All right. Okay, there we go.
Speak to them.
Somebody on Facebook says, Gary, I agree with you in relation to your statement about not giving the opposition parties an opportunity to get deeper into the campaigning. Somebody says they agree with you. Somebody else on Facebook says we are calling for a debate between debate between both Mitchells. I had that clip in her. Which one?
Where Deacon said that you'll debate him any day.
Well,
anytime.
Somebody's calling for a debate, so let's play that clip.
Actually, no, I didn't set it off to Master Control.
Okay.
Let me see if I have it here.
Look for it while I read some comments somebody said, leave him, I love him, he bad. That's in relation to the dancing.
What's his name again?
Caretaker.
Sorry.
Which one? The caretaker?
No, the dancer boy.
That's what I'm trying to remember. And his nickname is Bello.
Yes, Bello. We call it that dance the Bello right now. But you know, in Trinidad election, back when Trinidad had the election, there was another dance that went viral as well. So it seems to be an election thing.
Election does that to you?
Head thing was the go down to Loti kind of thing, the head movement kind of thing.
I cannot.
Yeah.
I cannot go.
So it seems to be an election thing when dance moves tend to go viral. And this one is definitely one of them that has gone viral.
Victor Philip. That's right. Victor
That's his
Philip,
name.
a.k.a. Bello. St. Patrick West caretaker. That's right. Go down to Loti on my mind. All right, let me go back to the comments. Somebody else on Facebook. Let me make sure I don't have no calls. Right, so somebody on Facebook says, the opposition has been ready a long time now. Prime Minister Mitchell dropped the ball. He gave them too much time. Quite possibly. Somebody else says, I think the Prime Minister is nervous. That is why he is making an early move. You never know.
You never know.
All right, let me see. Somebody says registration is supposed to be ongoing. Actually, today's the last day for registration. And this is something I need to clarify as well. When they say registration, it's not for any and everybody who's eligible to vote. Registration for new first-time voters. If you've never registered to vote before, today is your last day. So if you've voted in previous elections, your name should already be registered. What I would advise is that everyone checks the website, PEOGrenada. Hold on, let me make sure if it's .com or .org. .org, and look for your name on the voters registration list. PEOGrenada.org. Check for your name, make sure everything is up to mark. And if it's not there, or if there's something you'd like to fix or change or so, I don't know if it could be fixed there, but make sure everything in order and check it to know if you need to go to the office. If your name is not there, then you go to the Parliamentary Elections Office. So check the website, make sure your name day, local parlance, to know if you need to run down there and say, yo, my name's supposed to be on the list. What is that on? PEOGrenada.org. We have a call. Okay, we lost that caller. All right, let me go back by Facebook and them and see what they're saying on the inside. Somebody says, yes, man, Bello is from St. Patrick West. I am voting for him. Just for the dance, or are you voting because of the policy? Yeah, just curious. Just curious if voting for his plans and expectations, or if you're voting just because of the waste he throwing down in the fit. All right, I think that's it for the comments for now. Somebody says that sounds like melee and confusion. Which part? Checking the list and going down there just in case. You know, I should have. Something just occurred to me to the WhatsApp that just tell me that sounds like melee and confusion. Something just occurred to me. I might call you in short order when the program finish. All right, let me see. Where Gary? Where Gary gone? Okay, it's me alone in the dance, so let me see what's going on. So yes, this morning for now we're discussing the announcement of the election date, June 23rd, 2022. Feel free to call and share your thoughts on it. 435-2041. You can also hit me up on the WhatsApp with a voice note or a written message. We're going to be respectful. Let me go back to the landline. Morning caller. Good morning caller. Hello. What is it again? Buenos dias. All right, lost that caller. Don't panic, callers. I'll get to you in a short order. All right, let me see. Somebody on Facebook says, again, we the citizens of Grenada are calling for a national debate between both political leaders taking part in the upcoming general elections. Too many times we are missing important points that is overpowered by shady comments and entertainment. For years, we have been calling, Grenadians, we've been calling for debates between the political leaders or even the MPs. We've been calling for them to participate in a debate of some sort, especially a leadership debate. That is yet to happen. I remember a few years ago, if not the last election, or the one before that, there were debates between contending parties or contending caretakers, organized. I'm trying to remember who was the organizing body involved, but I remember it was being held down at SGU, weekly debates between the leaders. But there are a lot of people who would like to see a head-to-head battle between, like they say, both Mitchells. And that is something I'm sure a lot of people would tune into. Yeah, it'll be riveting. All All right, so somebody on WhatsApp says, okay, so Gary just sent me a note saying technology is not cooperating with him, so I'm riding solo for now. So let me read some more comments. Somebody else on WhatsApp says, there we go again, confusing governance with politicking. Good governance would dictate that a decent notice be given for registration, at least a week. How indecent, how vulgar, what a shame. I beg to differ though. While I'm sure there are people who would want more time, the hints have been dropping for weeks. Prime Minister Mitchell has hinted as well that when he announces the date is pace. We've been preparing. We all know that elections are due in 2023. We've been preparing for elections for the past few months since we saw the political parties holding rallies and speaking and announcing caretakers. We should have been prepared. I don't know why we like to wait last minute, and that is going to be to the detriment of some of us, waiting last minute. So now that the Prime Minister has announced the date, leaving only one day, at least he left a date. He could have dissolved Parliament today and the writ issued today, and there's no date at all. So, I mean, why wait until the Prime Minister says, all right, Solia, election is tomorrow, get registered today? No! Cut and go through in the dance. Anybody who has not yet registered, I'm sorry, but I do not feel sorry for you. I do not feel sorry for you. All right, so let me see what else is on Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, hope this doesn't distract us from our surroundings. In 2018, there were deals signing left, right, and center while we were concerned about election. Every election that happens. Yeah. You know what? Let me say most. Most elections that happens. Sometimes after the election, we hear about things that were done while we were hot on the campaign trail. And while we were cursing out one another, you are NNP, you are NDC, and we going head to head and cussing things happening and we ain't paying attention. Good point, Facebooker. Let me go back on WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, why? Somebody on WhatsApp says, Wine Man was always very quiet. AKA, show the clip to me. Show the clip. I think that's one of my favorite clips of coming out over the weekend. Wine Man was very quiet. I did not know he had all of that in him. He really break loose. Movements, motions. Yes, Mr. Philip. Waist in the dance. He was always quiet. He looked quiet. You know what? I agree with you, WhatsApper. He looked like he is a quiet man, like a reserved man. And it's like, since the campaign trail, you know what? Music will do that to you. Music does do you some kind of things. Waste. I like it too much. All right, let me see. It is now 25 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We need to pay some bills, but I feel like I need to catch up on my comments, because I like hearing from our viewers and listeners. Somebody on Facebook says, in all fairness, can you guys play the clip with Deacon speaking to our choices from last night? Speaking to our choices from last night. Sorry, my apologies. But which choices? And secondly, we would have to find it. Keep in mind, we're not always able to. What's the word I'm looking for? Cut, for lack of a better word. We're not always able to cut clips according to when an event was held. Remember, we early first thing this morning. So we're not always able to get snippets of our clips as soon as we would like it. Keep in mind, the NDC was yesterday, which did not give us much time. But we would endeavor to. If we don't talk about it today, we will talk about it tomorrow, please a lot. The election is not quite, but next month, please a lot, we have enough time. So we would endeavor to find it, and it was not deliberate. It's just time is of the essence. So with the NDC's event yesterday, they were in Laborie, goodness. But because of the timing, we were not able to get the snippet for this early morning. Sometimes you need, a little sleep every now and then. Forgive me for sleeping. But we would endeavor to find it, and we would speak about it If not today, if we can't find it, because Master Control, I told him about it this morning. He was searching for it, but keep in mind he's kind of doing both things, looking for the clip as well as playing Whiner Boy, as the WhatsApper call it. So you're looking for it. If we have time, find it in the next 15 or so minutes. We will play it. If not, rest assured we will play it and discuss it tomorrow. Please a lot. All right. Somebody on Facebook is asking, I have 2 dead brothers still listed to vote. Who's addressing that? The Parliamentary Elections Office would be the one to the organization to what's the phrase they used, to vet and clean the list. So they would be responsible for it. Usually respective parties and organizations would bring it to their attention that, you know, the list still has this dead person still on it, so address it. I am not sure if either party has done that as of yet. I haven't heard any of them spoken about it as yet, but that's what usually takes place. Both parties are all caretakers and soon-to-be candidates. Parties, independent candidates would take up the responsibility to go through the list, comb through the lists, specifically their constituencies, and say, okay, this is a deceased individual that's still on the list, address it. So that's who's going to address it. The PEO has to address that. Somebody else on Facebook says, I think the NDC is ready and very excited that they will be getting to elect a new Prime Minister who has the vision to move Grenada forward in a new direction. All right, we have a caller. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, and how are you doing?
I'm good. How you do?
I'm fine.
All right. What do you think about what's the latest?
Yes, he has the right. He did it. We are prepared. But one concern. We all know that most schools use to vote as polling stations. We have CXC and CSCE going on. And the day before, which they used to prepare the hall, the schools are used. Election day, the schools are used. The day after, the schools are used. And the students will be doing the exams in the very schools. So, with all fairness, that man needs to be advised that the students need the peace to do their exams, and they will be doing crucial subjects those 3 days. And he should rethink if he loves educated people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. I have also seen and heard that concern about our CSEC students. Especially there are some schools that are used as polling stations. Hopefully that matter can and would be addressed. I am hoping to have someone from the Parliamentary Elections Office as well on to the point this morning. I've contacted them and they said they would get back to me about somebody, and if once somebody comes onto the program, I would ask them about it. So let's see what happens. I am not sure if there's enough time to maybe relocate a polling station, but the subjects, and then I also saw one teacher that I know say that the subjects that are scheduled for that specific day, June 23rd, geography, paper 1 and 2, and I can't remember what the afternoon subject was, but the teacher pointed out that it's a small number of students who usually sit those subjects. So it's possible that the students can be, in one section of the institution and elections take place or voting takes place in other sections of the institution. It's usually really quiet most times. Election morning, everybody is in line contemplating, making up their mind who they're voting for. It's not really a loud, rowdy session while you line up to put your X. But maybe it can be accommodated. I don't know. I say maybe it can be accommodated. But let's see what takes place. There's some time to decide, what should take place on June 23rd and maybe even the 22nd as well. What should take place in relation to both CSEC taking place on that day as well as voting. So Yeah, so let's hope for the best. Let me read some comments before we go to the break. Somebody else on WhatsApp says, the longer the NDC gets to campaign, the more the general public gets to know them and more comfortable to vote for them, in my opinion. Another WhatsApper says, we should have been prepared, but that looks like scared tactics. Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, Mr. Philip is now a celebrity, and yes, he is a very quiet man. And somebody pointed out the court ruling was the key to an early election date. All right, you know what? Let's take a break. And then we're going to come back inside with more. We have to link up with Just School Media for Traffic Cam. He's on the high seas, actually, this morning, coming down from the sister Isle of Carriacou. Do you know how to tell me what you was doing in Carriacou this morning? But don't worry. We'll find out on the other side of the break. It's Good Morning Grenada. Gary is experiencing some technical issues, but hopefully he'll have it sorted out and he can rejoin us on the other side of the break. It's Good Morning Grenada, Classic 105 Hot 98. We on the inside, big and bold.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel, available only at Rubis stations. Let's start the new year on a high, a detox high, because it's detox time again at Nirvana Detox Center, a natural health store. Check out our many detox packages starting from $100 or get 15% off on colonic irrigation therapy. Detoxing can help with liver and blood cleansing, weight loss, constipation, acid reflux, kidney stones, heavy metal removal, gas and bloating, and more. Call or WhatsApp us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. Ask about our delivery options. Visit us now. Bruce Street Mall, store number 1208, or Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. Our opening hours are Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Detox your way to health. These specials ends on March 31st or while stocks last.
Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists presents the Bible Speaks Empowerment Series with international evangelist and motivational speaker, Pastor Marvin Smith. Join us for this life-changing series starting Saturday, 21st of May and continuing nightly at Maribor Seventh-day Adventist Church in St. Andrews. Come experience powerful preaching and practical solution to life's challenges from the Word of God. This dynamic series will also be streamed live at 7 p.m. nightly on Mission Life GND via YouTube and Facebook. Connect with us. It will be pure awesomeness.
And we are back on the inside. Blossy Bloss, waiting on Gary. Mr. Smooth. It's Good Morning Grenada, Classic 105 Hot 98. We on the inside, big and bold. Getting ready to link up with Just School Media for this morning's Traffic Cam. Coming down from the Sister Isle. But just before we do that, Timon, check your phone and throw up the picture that I just sent to you. Somebody sent in a picture this morning of the long line that has started to be formed at the Parliamentary Elections Office in St. George South constituency. And that's just one. Thank you very much to our WhatsApper for the picture. And that's just one line. I understand the lines have been forming. There is at least one office in St. Andrew that I understand opened since 4 a.m., or at least the workers made their way there since 4 a.m. to get an early start to the day. And I am expecting this is what's going to be taking place for the rest of today. Folks are going out there to take advantage of the last day to get registered to cast your ballots on election day. A reminder, this is for the people who have never registered, who have never voted. Once you have registered, your name should be on the list. Just on Friday, the Parliamentary Elections Office sent out a note that you do not have to have your new voter ID card to cast your ballot. The news release stated that an elector does not have to replace his or her expired voter ID card, and you cannot be denied your right to vote on election day. The right to vote speaks to if on polling day you are qualified and registered as an elector in that constituency and your name appears on the current list to be used for that constituency. So check the website peogrenada.org. That is .org. Check to ensure that your name is on the list. If you have never registered to vote at an election, you need to head down to your parliamentary elections office and do so, whichever constituency you are in. The office is usually open 8 to 4, but considering what today is, I'm not sure if they will be going longer. They usually take a lunch hour. Some offices take it 12 to 1, others take it 1 to 2. They leave that 12 to 1 space open for you to get registered in case that is your lunch hour. So some offices take their lunch at 1 to 2. I'm not sure they'll still take it today, but head on down to the registration, your respective constituency office and get registered. There are 15 offices island-wide for the 15 constituencies, so get on down to them early as possible. Even if you have to call into work and beg please for some time to get registered, do so. Don't just say, boss man, go get vex. Call boss and say, boss, what is that one? Give me a little blind. If that's what you need to do, do that. Please and thank you. All right, let me see if I can get back to some of our comments. Actually, no, let me play this clip. We have, yes, that's our, okay. I'm just going to say that's a reminder of the line and Timothy. Don't do Madonna Man to me. All right, let me go to this clip that we have here of political leader of the National Democratic Congress, Deacon Mitchell. Now, this clip, it's not the clip, I don't think it's the clip y'all were requesting. But many have suggested that he needs to be a little bit more vocal about his track record as far as his involvement in community and his contribution to the country, as some have tried to discredit him in that regard. Now, in the town hall meeting yesterday, to clear the air on at the St. David's Catholic Secondary School, he made a statement yesterday. So let's go to that clip, and then we're going to talk about it afterward. All right, while Master Control cues up my clip, let me see if there are more comments on Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, NEC was in St. David's Latan Junction yesterday. Listening to Mr. Deacon, I am very impressed with his ideas for transforming Grenada. Timmy, you could just play the clip when you have it queued up. Somebody else on, no, let me go by WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp is inquiring, has the Prime Minister launched his candidates, caretakers, for this election? Yes. I want to believe... Drats to me, I just see your message. I want to believe he has named them all. There have been launches for most caretakers. I'm saying most because I don't remember one for Prime Minister Mitchell himself. But there was a launch for St. Andrew Northeast, the St. George Northeast, the St. Andrew caretakers. Yes, man. The Prime Minister has named them all. Somebody's asking if the NDC has done so. Yes, the NDC has also named their list of 15 caretakers for the upcoming general elections. So both parties have named a full slate for the June 23rd face-off. There are also some independent candidates that will be contesting. There are some other parties who do not have full slates of candidates, but they have shown their interest and spoken about their intention to contest, including Maguda Virgin, Washington Edwards. Washi has come forth. He had a news conference sometime last week with some of his caretakers. The Renaissance Party is in tune to contest once again. The young lady is coming forward, Miss Rapier, with Power. I can't remember what each letter stands for, but Power with the osprey bird. That was one of the new symbols to be added to the list for Election Day, the osprey bird. So we have a number of people to contest the okay. Yes, sorry. A WhatsApp message I was reading. So we have a number of people to contest the election. So I'm just getting word from Master Control that there's a little hiccup with the clip, which he is working on as we speak. So hopefully we can get that before we need to break for the BBC's 8 a.m. newscast. All right, let me see. No callers. Nobody wants to call in and share their thoughts. So I'll just continue to read comments. WhatsApp. Disappointed that the only thing the Prime Minister can promise if he wins is 4 days of fetting. How sad. Is this where we are as a people? Shocking. And he promised the same thing last election to a holiday the day after. Ain't it? WhatsApp. Somebody says the guy from St. Patrick, which is Mr. Philip, is someone who is very into culture. He has been on stage with Inspector many times. There is even a video circulating on Facebook. What? I would like to see that one. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. How you do?
I'm trying to get Blossom to give her three important how do you call it?
Yeah, yes, you're on with Blossom. You're live on Classic and Hot.
Yeah, I want to ask her 3 riddles.
3 riddles?
Important ones, yeah?
Okay, go ahead.
The first one is, what is the nastiest thing in your house?
I don't know.
A clock. You have 2 hands and you don't wash in your face. The second one is, if they put you in jail with a knife and an orange, how will you get away?
Peel the orange?
How are you going to get away?
I don't know how.
You have to cut the orange in 2 halves. Half and half is a hole. Once you see a hole, you won't come out.
And the next one.
And the last one is, a donkey leave Grenville going to town. Did a donkey leave Grenville going to town? A cow leave town coming to Grenville. Both of them bunks up in Granny Town. Which one wrong?
I don't know which one.
The cow wrong. You have 2 hands and you don't blow it.
Thank you very much, caller.
All right, good.
Have a good day. I was not prepared. Oh, grand dance. Thank you very much, caller. That is what I was thinking, Miss Benoit. If I follow my mind would never lead me astray. So somebody on WhatsApp, a former supervisor of elections, has pointed out that all schools are closed on election day for good reasons. That is what was on my mind. But CXC still takes place. So there's still that quandary. Oh, big one. There's still that quandary about CSEC exams taking place and CSEC exams taking place and voting at the institutions. What I want to know is how many institutions are polling divisions. You see, all these are questions that I have. So hopefully we would have a member of the PEO onto the point this morning in just about an hour. I am hoping I will call them and inquire once again, and hopefully we can have them on the program to get some questions answered. So let's keep our fingers crossed. All right, I was thinking about the riddles. All right, let me read some more comments before we close off the program this morning. Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, well, the Prime Minister announced the date for election. Now we should forget the partying and fetting and get down to the real issues. We all face the bread and butter issues that are affecting Grenadians. So I think we need candidates to debate each other and tell us what are their plans for the next 5 years. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom. How are you?
I'm good. How you do?
I'm doing all right. So I'm just wondering, you talking about anything in particular? Because I just have a concern.
Kind of election date and kind of.
Okay.
But what's your concern though?
All right. In regards to the list, I'm appealing to persons to go and check the listing, be it online or physically, because I would have re-registered to get my new voter's card, and I'm still seeing myself at the old address, myself and my mom. So I'm appealing to people to go and check the list to see where they are, because next thing on the morning of voting, they go to a particular area, and when they get there, they're not there. Because I'm seeing me on my old address still.
Have you inquired about it?
I only realized that over the weekend.
Okay. All right.
You understand? I only realized that over the weekend. And when it had a referendum, I would have voted at my new address, but somehow I'm back at my old address.
Right.
All right. So I'm just saying that there could be a lot of discrepancies with other people. So I think they should check the listing just to see where they are. And I also want to know from the person in charge of the electoral office if there would be an updated list closer to the time, because I don't know if that list online is an old list, because to me it looks like an old list. So it obviously needs some updating.
All right. Thank you very much for that, caller.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that point, and she makes a very good point, which is what I've been saying for the morning. Check the list. Somebody's asking for the website. The website, you can go there physically if you desire, but based on the lines that I'm seeing, you may take a while to get there, or you can go onto the website. It's PEO, which stands for Parliamentary Elections Office, PEOGrenada.org. And there's a panel on top, and you just click search voters list, search it by your name and surname, put the information in, press find me, and it would give you the information that you are seeking. So please check, double check, as the caller said, including your address. Not just that your name is on the list, but check your address and check. They usually have the polling division number attached to your name. And that should tell you where you would have to vote. I am at L07, which was at the Sandino plant for the past years. But I think it may be, they may have changed it from Sandino, so I have to check. So just check the website for your name, or you can go there physically to check the office. Again, if you have not registered to vote, please do so. Go down to your parliamentary elections office in your constituency and get yourself registered. You need to walk with your birth certificate. And for those of you who are married, specifically the ladies, walk with your marriage certificate, not a copy, the original, which is another topic altogether. The original birth certificate and your original marriage certificate. They do not want copies, they want the original. Don't know the difference, but it's the requirement. We'll discuss that at another time. So please, if you have not registered to vote, somebody called me this morning and said that they were thinking if they should vote or not. Better you register to vote, and election day you make up your mind, than you don't register and come election day you're busy and you want to vote. Get registered. It's your right to exercise your right as a citizen. Get registered. And this is where we're going to end this morning's televised portion of Good Morning Grenada. Unfortunately, Gary did not sort out his issues, but he'll be back tomorrow morning, God willing, and we'll get back into more discussions and more politics, because that's what's making the waves these days, right? So enjoy the rest of your marvelous Monday. Get yourself registered. Let's now join the BBC for their 8 a.m. newscast. Bye, everybody. Hold on there, Timothy. I have to make sure. That's it now. Bye.